This is the Hasseblad 907X 100C. It features a 100 megapixel medium format sensor with 16-bit color, all in a tiny modular body that is able to be mounted onto classic Hasselblad film cameras. This camera blends vintage shooting with modern digital resolution. Full transparency, Hasseblad did give me this camera, and I've had it for a little over a year now. Now, I'm not really going to dive into specs in this video. This is more so just going to be a showcase of what I've created with it. Throughout this entire video, I'd say 90% of the photos were shot using the 55, but I did later on in the year pick up the 28 f4. It's the small little pancake lens. I will jump in at the end and share some thoughts on the camera, but overall, this is definitely, without a doubt, the most fun I've had shooting digital. Shortly after receiving the camera, I took it to Elysian Park with my friend Nathan to test it out for the first time. The very next day, I took it to an overlook at 6th Street Bridge. I thought this would be a great landscape to try out the expand mode. All this mode is doing is cropping the image, but it really does make a difference seeing it in camera. think this camera system, and I guess specifically medium format, lends itself very well to faces and portraits, so I knew I wanted to test it out in that aspect. So I set up a little photo shoot with my friend Jaslyn to try and get some nice portrait shots. A couple months ago, I was on set with Umi on one of her music video shoots, and I was shooting video, but she also did request some portraits, so I was glad that I brought the Hasseblad, and she came with some inspo photos that were shot on 120. Yeah, I think we did well in replicating that look. I also did use the camera for some BTS shots. Back in August, I found myself in Germany visiting some friends, and my good friend Kai took me around his city and where he grew up and showed me some of his favorite spots. I did already share some footage from this trip on this channel, so this is going to be more footage of me specifically using the Hasseblad. Unfortunately, we only have 1080p proxies of the footage, so it's not going to be the best quality, but it's more so about the photos anyway, so yeah, just keep that in mind. And thank you so much to Kai for helping me film. you ever finish an edit and feel like something's still missing? I used to think that was just part of the process until I started using Musicbed. For me, it wasn't just finding better music, it was realizing the emotional impact that a great song has on your film. The moment the right song hits, the entire edit comes alive. As filmmakers, we put so much money into gear to make our work look better, but music is just as important as to how the film feels. So why not invest in that part of the process as well? If your work is leveling up, your music should too. If you've been thinking about trying Musicbed, now is the time. Switch to Musicbed and start your 14-day free trial today using the link below. So on to some overall thoughts on this camera. And like I said before, this is definitely the most fun I've had shooting digital in terms of stills. But I'd say that it still doesn't quite reach the fun of shooting on actual medium format film on an actual Hasseblad 500cm. The files are amazing and I could push it so far, and skin tones have such a density to them, and it allows me to create some looks that I'm really happy with. If Hasseblad didn't send me this camera, it's hard to say whether I would actually buy this for myself. I am more video focused, but I think having it alongside me on set or traveling inspires me so much to use it when usually all I'm thinking about is video. I'm not going to tell you whether or not you should buy it. I think that's a decision you can only make for yourself. If you are on the fence and maybe owning this camera isn't necessarily feasible and maybe isn't a smart financial decision, I'd honestly say shooting on medium format film will yield better results than you will on this digital system. And also buying into Hasselblad, specifically digital with the lenses and the accessories, is very expensive. So when you're considering purchasing the camera, you also should take into account the lenses, the accessories, and the data even. But yeah, I'm sure you'll see this camera again on this channel. I didn't really use it in combination with the 500cm, mainly because I wanted to use it with the lens that it came with, or the lens they gave me. But I plan on using it in combination in the future with the CM and also the SWC. Also, this is the first talking head I've done in a very long time, and I think the content I have planned going forward, it's a very mixed bag of different, different formats and mediums. So I think I'm trying to let go of trying to make sure everything kind of fits this uniform style and outline, and just using this as a place to just post content. And I think I'm going to find a balance between quality and also being somewhat consistent on this channel. But yeah, I'm excited to keep posting, and I'll see you guys very soon. Oh, and I'm also going to leave you with some more photos that I've shot on this camera that doesn't have accompanying footage. But yeah, that'll be how this video ends. So thank you for watching.